the sunshine. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about differential feed. It's something that you probably haven't heard about, and it's probably something that you've seen on your overlocker and you've just never touched it because you've gone, oh, that looks scary. Because a lot of people find overlockers scary. They're not, I promise you. But differential feed, in my personal opinion, is the thing that you should be concentrating most on when you're using your overlocker, because it regulates the pace in which the machine pulls the fabric through and sews it. If we regulate how quickly or how slowly it's going through the machine, we will stop all those nightmare garments that go through and overstretch or ruche or just don't look right. You can change the differential feed to suit what you're making. Now, I will say that will change on most fabrics that you use. So if you only use quilting cottons, then you'll probably never have to change your differential feed. But if you then went to use a jersey, you would have to change it because the way that that fabric reacts in the machine is different. So we are going to go through medium weight stable fabric, which is a medium weight cotton. I've got a lightweight cotton, which is basically like a cotton lawn. And I've got a jersey, a stretch fabric. So we're going to learn about the settings of differential feed and how it affects the fabric and what you can do to change it. But my main advice is, when starting a new project or using a different fabric, cut off a scrap of the exact fabric that you're using, pop it through your overlocker, lie it on a table and see how it looks. And we're going to cover all the bases now. Okay, so let's talk differential feed. So if I turn my differential feed right up to the top, which is 2, and I'm going to run my medium fabric first through the machine. Watch the pace of the feeders pulling it through and the stitching. If you look at that, you can already see that it started to ruckle. So if I now lay it flat on the table, we'll see what it looks like. Okay, flat on the table, you can see that it's lifting up. I've got some big ruckles ruching the fabric up here. So I know that it's gone through the machine at the wrong pace and I need to turn the differential feed down. So just to show you the extreme, I'm going to turn it all the way down to the lowest setting, which on my machine is 0.5, and we're going to run it through the machine again. Again, this time I still want you to watch the pace of the fabric going through and how often it stitches. So on this one, because my fabric is a medium weight, it's not as obvious on this one, but that you could see how many stitches there were and how slow it was going through. So it almost like stretches out this outer edge. So let's put it on the table and just check how it looks flat. So on the table, it does look pretty flat, and that's because this is a medium weight fabric that's stable, so it's not going to stretch too much. But if this was a jersey, it would look very different, and we're going to do jersey in a minute. So what I'm going to do is just run it through the machine again, and I'm going to turn it back to midway, which is 1 on mine. I tend to find that that's the best on medium weight fabrics, and then we're just going to check that it looks, whether it looks better or worse than it does now. Okay, you can see the differential feed is on 1. I think that looks slightly better. You might not see a difference, but the pace in which the fabric went through the machine was a lot more steady, and the number of stitches was a lot more steady. So it's lying nice and flat, it looks nice and neat. So I would put it on differential feed 1 for medium weight stable fabrics. Okay, now we're going to do the same process, but I've got a really, really thin weight stable fabric, so a thin cotton. So again, I'm going to turn it right up to 2. And you can see how much it's ruched it all along there. It's not lying flat. And we definitely don't want, so we know that the differential feed is too high on this fabric. I'll lay it on the table again so you can see what it looks like. Can you see it's ruched it so much that it's actually lifting off of the table. So it's not lying flat on the table. That's a sure sign that our differential feed is not on the right setting. Let's go down to 0.5 again and we'll see what that looks like. This one's hard to see, so I'm going to lie it flat on the table again. It's not too bad, but it has slightly stretched that outer edge. So it's not lying as flat on the table as I'd like. And it has sort of like created a bit more length in that outer edge. So again, not the right setting. Let's turn it back up, go to 1 again, and we'll put it through the machine. So there's our fabric on 1. I actually think it could be a tiny bit lower. So if I was actually doing a project right now, I would turn this down slightly under 1. I wouldn't go as low as 0.5, but I would go slightly under 1. But it is lying pretty flat along that table, so I know that the differential feed is pretty decent. Right, let's see what it looks like on jersey. Okay, stretch fabric. Let's turn the differential feed all the way up to 2, and we're going to see what it does to a stretch fabric. We can already see how bad that looks. It's definitely ruched, and if I put it flat on the table, you'll see a really obvious difference. Not only has it ruched this up, can you see that it's created like an inner curve because it's brought that outer edge in too much. So this side now is shorter than it was, and we don't want that. So let's do the other extreme, and we're going to turn the differential feed right back down to 0.5 and put our fabric through the machine again. Okay, you can see there flat on the table, it's stretched out that outer edge. So we've got extra fabric now, so it's much, much longer, that outer edge, than it was. So we know that our differential feed was too low, it's stretched out the fabric too much. So I'm going to turn that back up to 1 and we're going to put it through the machine again. Okay, this is on 1 now, and you can see it looks so much better, but can you see there's still a little bit more fabric where it's rising off of the table? So we know that it has stretched it a little bit, which means that 1 is too low. So we're just going to turn up a tiny bit. So I'm going to go between 1 and 1.5, and we're going to see how that looks. Okay, so this setting is now between 1 and 1.5 on our differential feed. And you can see how it's much flatter to the table. So I know that the stitch has been consistent with the stretch of the fabric. It hasn't pulled it through too fast, it hasn't pulled it through too slow, and it's lying nice and flat. So that would be the setting that I would use on this particular fabric. Okay, so I hope you found that video useful. Please comment below if I have taught you something new, or you're really excited for your next project because you've always had problems like this in the past. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you next week for another video. Happy handmade, everyone!